What if I told you one of the biggest Hollywood stars alive today has cheated death, not once, not twice, but multiple times? A shark attack, a plane explosion at 30,000 feet, and a skydiving accident where his parachute failed. This isn't a movie, this is real life. And somehow, Leonardo DiCaprio survived all of it. But the real question is, how? Before we dive into the moments where death came inches away, you need to understand something. Leonardo DiCaprio isn't just an actor. He's someone who has lived a life filled with risks, chaos, and situations most people wouldn't survive. From Hollywood sets to deep oceans to the sky above the clouds. He has faced danger in ways that sound like a script from a horror movie. But here's what makes it even crazier. Every time he escaped, it was pure luck, split-second timing, or something that still doesn't make sense. This is where things start getting terrifying. Leonardo once went cage diving, something people do for adventure, to see one of the most dangerous predators on Earth, a great white shark. Everything seemed normal. He was inside a protective metal cage, underwater, watching sharks swim around him. Safe, right? Wrong. Out of nowhere, a massive great white shark lunged toward the cage. But something went horribly wrong. Instead of stopping, the shark got stuck and forced its way inside the cage. Now imagine this. You're trapped underwater in a small metal cage, and suddenly, a giant shark is thrashing violently right next to you. Its jaws snapping, its body smashing against the bars. Leonardo said the shark was panicking, which made it even more dangerous. Because when a predator panics, it doesn't think, it just destroys. For a few seconds, he genuinely believed this was the end. There was nowhere to go, no time to react. But somehow, the shark backed out, escaped the cage, and disappeared. Leonardo survived. But that moment, it stayed with him forever. If this already sounds like something out of a horror movie, just wait, it gets worse. And by the way, if you enjoy real stories like this, make sure to subscribe to FameStorm, because we bring you stories that feel unreal, but are 100% true. Now, imagine being on a plane, thousands of feet in the air, everything is calm, passengers are relaxed, and then suddenly, boom, one of the engines explodes. This actually happened to Leonardo DiCaprio. He was flying, minding his own business, when he saw something no passenger ever wants to see. A giant fireball outside the window. The engine had completely blown out. Flames were shooting into the sky. People started panicking. Some thought the plane was about to crash. And in that moment, Leonardo said he looked around and saw fear on every single face. No one knew what would happen next. Would the plane hold together? Would they lose control? Would this be their last flight? Minutes felt like hours. The pilots struggled to stabilize the aircraft, and somehow they managed to make an emergency landing. Everyone survived, but Leonardo, he had just come face to face with death again. If you think that was the worst, you're wrong, because this next incident is the most terrifying of them all. Leonardo went skydiving, jumping out of a plane, free falling through the sky. Everything was going fine, until it wasn't. He pulled his parachute, and instead of opening properly, it got tangled. Now, think about that. You're falling from the sky at insane speed, and your parachute doesn't work. There's no pause button, no second chances, just gravity pulling you closer to the ground. Leonardo said he tried to fix it, but it wasn't opening correctly. For a moment, he thought, this is it. But then, at the last possible second, his instructor deployed a backup parachute, and they survived. Barely. At this point, you have to ask yourself, how does one person survive all of this? If you're still watching, you're clearly hooked. So hit that subscribe button and join FameStorm, because the next story might be even crazier than this one. Here's what makes this story even more insane. These weren't small accidents. Each one had a very real chance of ending his life. A shark inside a cage, a burning airplane engine, a failed parachute. Individually, these are rare, but all happening to the same person? That's almost impossible. Some people even joke that Leonardo DiCaprio is living a real-life version of Final Destination. escaping death again and again. Like something keeps giving him another chance. But maybe there's something deeper here. Because despite all these near-death experiences, Leonardo didn't stop living. He didn't hide from fear. He didn't quit adventure. He kept going. And maybe that's the real lesson. Life is unpredictable. Danger can come from anywhere, at any moment. But what matters is how you choose to live it. Fear or courage. He faced death multiple times, and somehow he's still here. So the next time you see Leonardo DiCaprio on screen, remember, you're not just watching an actor. You're watching a man who survived the impossible.